You know what? It's time to settle it once and for all. I've got two Korean shafts here. One being an X-Wave, the other being my AutoFlex I got fitted for this year. I have done some extensive testing with it. And what I mean by that is I've hit it on its own, and I've actually got a club golfer, Lewis, who's off single figures, to give the X-Wave a test over the AutoFlex. And there was one clear winner, the X-Wave. It was just a different class. I mean, the ball speeds he was getting, I think he had like a 167 ball speed, something like that. Anyway, it was crazy. So this is my in-depth test and final test between my X-Wave and my beloved AutoFlex that I thought was going to be the shaft that I would use, well, for a long time. But let's find out in-depth test. And when I say in-depth, we're going to be looking at carry, total, ball speed, club head speed. So that would go into choosing a shaft if you wanted to like make sure your equipment was right for the season. And I said this in my bag at the start of the year. The decisions that I've made them because I want to make sure my bag, when I do open qualifying, is like top notch. There's no questions there. So here is my AutoFlex. And here is our X-Wave shaft, which I really love this blue. In fact, it matches the buggy we've got this morning. And this entire test is going to be done in my brand new Callaway Elite driver. And this is going to be set on a neutral standard at 9 degrees. And I am already warmed up. The reason why I'm explaining all these things, I want to make it the fairest test possible and the most transparent test, so you can see exactly that data I am getting. So just a little bit of a reminder of those numbers. I want to be looking at club head speed, carry, total distance, ball speed. I don't know which is going to come out on top. We're going to hit 5 with each. Here's the first one away. We'll go 2 away with the AutoFlex. It's mad because they feel so different in my hands. Look at this one. It's blooming crazy to see. I mean, I'm a bit nervous doing this. How much it flexes. So here we go. Here's shot 1, AutoFlex. Look at that ball flight. That was like a laser. It does feel so smooth, so easy, so soft. But then, on the same token, even though it's soft, it feels stable. Now, just going to give you some numbers on that first swing of the day. We're not normalising any of this. It's cold. This is real world numbers today, everybody. 240 carry, 26 spin, 161 ball speed. I am insanely happy with that. 1.5 smash and a total distance of 276. That's not a shabby start. Let's go ball 2. As I say, I want to make this as transparent and as open as possible. We got that pretty much out the middle, which was really, really nice. Okay. Oh, it's a little bit leaky. 4-8! 4! You can tell that was right. I had to give it, you know when you give it the double shout, like 4, no, actually 4 right, it's going near somebody. I have seen that shot creep into my game in general. I don't necessarily think that's something to do with the shaft. Well, it might be, it might not be. Okay, so 2 away with the AutoFlex. We'll go through these averages as we go through this video. It's now time to hit 2 away now with the X-Wave. That was a bit of a move to the right, that wasn't it? Okay, right. Now it's crazy. When I say this feels soft, you could see me before bending it. Now when I get the X-Wave, it still feels light, like the AutoFlex, but it doesn't have like what I would call, I mean, I'm sort of generalizing these words. It doesn't have as bendy profile in that, in the sense like I can't stand there and actually bend it, right? Neutral standard, I'll just show you this as well. That locked in, just gonna get it a little bit done, and we're gonna repeat it. We're gonna hit 2 away with the X-Wave. Neutral, standard. So what that essentially means is I've not added loft, I've not taken loft away, I've not made it more fade bias, I've not made it more draw bias, I've just kept it exactly the same. Now I've already set up on my full swing Where is X-Wave? Driver X-Wave. And obviously, this data will be in blue. Just straight away, it gives that perception that it's gonna have a lot more stability. Okay, first shot up, X-Wave. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Black grip, bit of blue in there. So line is just right at that bunker. That's where we're going for. A little heeled, but that's tiger line. Whew. Say a little heel, that's pretty damn good as a shot. It does feel sturdy. Now what will be interesting is, does that compromise my clubhead speed, but does that give me better dispersion? Let's just go through shot one there. So a little bit less, 239 carry, 3000 spin. I did say it felt a little bit out the heel. 158.9 ball speed and 106 clubhead speed. So you can see that it was a little higher in the spin, a little bit lower in carry, and a little bit lower in club head speed. But that's only one shot. Those first two shots of both those clubs, I'm like, yep, you know what? They are more than acceptable. Now let me just show you these shaft properties, because look at the video right here. This is exactly how this shaft is made. Very briefly, you can sort of, it's like a lattice sort of structure. You may not have seen the first video. It's insanely cool how this shaft is made. And in real life, it looks a little bit like this. You can sort of see in the sunlight there, the sort of lattice nature to this shaft, and it's all the way down from the tip end all the way to the butt end of this shaft. And that's what we're sort of looking at as you look down on it. It looks really cool, doesn't it? Really cool. And I actually feel a bit closer to this one, maybe because of the fact that it's sort of black into the blue, into the black, just sort of gives it that feeling. Okay, shot two with the X-Wave. I should have also said we're using all the same golf balls in the entirety of this test. Here you go, shot two, X-Wave. There's that little bit of a leaky one again. They're literally the carbon copy shots. Yeah, that's gonna be really short. That's gonna really hurt it. I'm not taking it out because this is just a test where we're looking at how it all goes. Okay, so we've now hit 2 away with the X-Wave, 2 away with the AutoFlex. Let's now go through and just rattle through 2 more shots with each of them before we get onto the final ball with both shafts. Because you don't need me to sort of stand here and talk about every single shot. We want to know what the results are in this test. So yeah, let's whittle through each and every one of these shots. 2 more coming up with the X-Wave. Smoky, smoky. Whew, what a ball that is! That long. Let's get this back on to AutoFlex. There we go. Oh my God, that was ripped. Oh. Oh my God, that was smoked. Let's give you an idea of how this stands right now. We've hit 4 shots with each shaft. Carry, there is 4 yards between it. Ball speed, the X-Wave is 159.5, AutoFlex is 161.7. This is like neck and neck. Oof. Not much also between the club head speed too. And those last 2 AutoFlex shots were absolutely out the screws. One of the X-Wave was okay. I mean, they were pretty good shots, but it's down to this last shot. I'm going to stick with the AutoFlex just because simply we've got it in that shaft. And yeah, 1 more with each of them, and then we're into the averages. Now, right now, I couldn't really tell you which one I'm preferring. I'm more familiar with the AutoFlex, so I'm like, oh, I understand what this does, but I do feel like it's weird, right? That the AutoFlex shaft, the head does lag behind. I do feel there is some more lag in that shaft, and I don't mean like technically, I meant like that the head feels like it's being slingshotted around my body, which is an insanely unusual, insanely, I would say, strange feeling, unpredictable feeling. But the results really, I mean, they aren't that unpredictable. It's almost that mental block with this shaft that you've got to go, no, 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 no. It will do what it says. Whereas the X-Wave is a very different feeling. It's a more feeling of stability, like I was trying to maybe not allude to earlier, but yeah, it does feel more stable. It does feel more predictable, but does the data support that? Anyway, let's not ramble on. Let's get into the final shot with each of them. It has come down to this. We're gonna leave the cameras completely rolling for this final 2 shots, one with each. And what I'm trying to get across to you is, like, look how like bendy the profile of this is and the feeling. Whereas, I know this hasn't got a head on it, but I just can't bend this as much. Yet it has lighter properties. It literally feels, oh, it's the maddest thing ever. Like, I really do feel it's a bit of a Marmite shaft, in the sense that Lewis is like, whoa, it feels too unstable, it feels too strange. Whereas some people, I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna put myself in this category today, or in this season. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. Okay, final shot. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm gonna fair to say, whatever one comes out on top here, I am going to use this season. I've said it. I've done it. I've gone for it. It's a big, bold statement, but I feel like it's the right statement to make. Okay, right, last ball with the AutoFlex. That was absolutely rip snorted. Oh my God, that is long. It's the longest. 163 ball speed. Wowzers. Right, okay, let's take this out. Now, I've asked you a question. Which ones do you prefer the look? I mean, a look means nothing, does it? I know that. But I think I actually prefer the look of the little bit of baby blue in there, bit of city blue in there with this. Right, okay, I'm just gonna put this on, then I'll show you that it is back in neutral standard, 9 degree. One of the best that I've hit, I think. I'm not going to say it was as good. It definitely feels a bit more, I feel a bit more sluggish with this. Yeah, visually that's gone a little shorter. Right, okay, here we go. It's now time to go through these averages. And I mean what I said. Whatever one comes out on top is the shaft I'm going to use. I'm a little bit nervous about this right now. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's start with dispersion. So you can see the yellow circle is the AutoFlex, hence because it's yellow. The blue is the X-Wave because it's blue. So you can see, I would say that it's quite a bit tighter, not only left to right, well, this is the hard bit. Left to right looks a little wider with the AutoFlex, but front to back, so like my dispersion on off-center hits, in terms of overall distance, is a lot narrower, isn't it? And when I'm going through these stats, like, get down in the comments and just go, Alex, right, mate, go with the X-Wave or just stick with the AutoFlex. Let me know what you think on this. So there we go. That's the dispersion. It's not all about that. Let's now go club head speed. Okay, so my X-Wave was 107.8. My AutoFlex club head speed, AutoFlex, get your words out. It's because I'm nervous. It was 109.1. So 1 and a bit miles an hour more. Right, what does that go in terms of, let's go total. 282 total for the AutoFlex, over 273 for the X-Wave. Now, I just want to go spin. Let's look at spin numbers. Spin, I spun the AutoFlex a little bit less than I did on the X-Wave. Now, I actually found that a lot of those X-Wave shots, I hit out the heel. But because this is a real world test, I didn't want to take them out because, like, the shaft would have a lot to do with how the head is then delivered to the ball, and then it can have a big impact on strike location. I learned that from Cam when I got fitted this year. Now then, let's go to carry. 245 carry with the AutoFlex, over 239 with the X-Wave. So we're done. We've gone through carry, we've gone through club head speed, we've gone through ball speed, we've gone through spin, we've gone through dispersion. I'm happy with that because it's what I got fitted for this year. Even though, like, I think what it confirms to me right now is it feels a little bit disconcerting sometimes when that head is lagging behind. But the reality is that I'm very consistent with it. My dispersion is good, my distance is good, and it's the right shaft for me to use this year heading into an open qualifying year. Can't believe I'm saying that, open qualifying year. So right now, little shaft, we are safe. And this is what I'm going to stick with through the entirety of this year. Thanks so much for watching this video here on How Good Golf.